Here at the Boardwalk Cafe, City Council candidate and lawyer Martin Gladstone held a press conference today, issuing statements saying the city has struck a bad deal with the operator of this Boardwalk Cafe, George Felitis.
Yes, sir.
I'm with the Toronto Sun. My colleague, of course, is with the CBC.
Yeah, I'm not interested to talk to the Sun.
I discovered as we read the lease that there was no requirement for a last month's rent, which is highly unusual. There was no requirement for a security deposit, which is highly unusual. There were no personal guarantees given in the lease, which is highly unusual.
And he says it's a bad deal that City Council should never have done.
The sponsorship revenue that was originally offered by this tenant in 2006 was $25,000 a year, and the sponsorship revenue that was signed on June the 2nd, 2010 was $10,000 a year.
A few minutes after Mr. Gladstone's statement to reporters and a few supporters here outside the cafe, he went for a walk around, and Mr. Felitis came out and accused him of political posturing.
Well, I don't need to account to you about my lease, do I?
I'm not prepared to comment.
But why don't you comment?
Because I'm not prepared.
You're commenting all over the place.
I'm not prepared to be drawn into a false discussion based on...
In two or three small confrontations before they broke up, Mr. Felitis said Mr. Gladstone had no right to interfere in what was a duly negotiated and properly settled contract.
And, as a taxpayer, I think it's a horrible deal for all the taxpayers. It's not just the people in the beach and the ward that are affected by this. It's really all the taxpayers of the City of Toronto. Instead, we're getting a place that looks like this. That's really, lack of a better word, it's really disgusting.
Mr. Felitis refused to talk to the Toronto Sun, which has pointed out some of the issues involved with the lease for this property over the next few years, and said that he will continue to fight for his rights.
Don't exercise those rights through my family.
For the Toronto Sun, Ian Robertson.